This Gadgets Controller 101 video contains basics for players new to gadgets. I will offer you a template loadout from which you could expand on. This loadout is designed for 4 and 8 player PvE content, not solos, duos, or theme approaches. The first power you need is a power over time ability. You have two options, which are Taser Pull in the Tactics tree and Sticky Bomb in the Devices tree. Taser Pull is a single target pull ability that electrifies. Sticky Bomb is an 8-target stun ability that applies dazing effects. Both are far-range powers, and the choice usually favors Sticky Bomb because it does not pull enemies toward you, especially enemies that overpower your character. Quick info, power over time lasts for 25 seconds and gives 6 ticks of power for all the controller power set. Keep eyes on the green lightning bolt underneath your name tag. That tells you that power over time is active. The next power that's highly recommended is the instant power heal, which is defibrillator located in the tactics tree. It will deliver power based on your vitalization to the 3 least powered members that are in line of sight. As long as you see them, you'll give them power from anywhere on the map. Defib will also give you a personal buff of 77 might and 62 precision for 6 seconds. A power supercharge is also needed. Battle Drone is one choice. It delivers 31 ticks of power. There are 30 small ticks of power that span over 30 seconds. At second 30, there's also a big burst power heal. Battle Drone hits all 8 members and it attacks enemies. It costs 35% supercharge, so it's the cheapest among the power supercharges. If Battle Drone takes too long for you and you desire an immediate power return supercharge, you can use Word of Power from the Iconics tree that costs a power point, or you can use a skill point and purchase a power return supercharge from your movement tree. Those options are Speed Drain for speedsters, Vacuum Bubble for flight, Gale for skimming, and Backflip for acrobats. The fourth power that's recommended is the defense debuff. It reduces a NPC's defense by 33%. At the same time, it lowers their damage prevention from 15% to 10%. When everyone is attacking the same enemy like a boss, this can be seen as a group buff because you're allowing additional damage to be dealt to an enemy. Your options for the defense debuff are Stasis Field in the Devices tree and Gauss Grenade in the Tactics tree. Both are far range and they both damage 8 targets. Stasis Field encases 2 targets and applies crushed power interaction, which can be taken advantage of by Earth users. Most burst might based damage will hit targets inside the encasement. Gauss Grenade electrifies 8 targets and stuns 2. This is usually preferred as a defense debuff because encased enemies are prevented from being physically pulled by a tank. Your last 2 slots are Wildcard slots. What that means is you can alter these 2 slots to fit the raid situation you're in. If there's an NPC that has a special mechanic, like healing in or damage buffs, you can use your healing debuff, which reduces only heals coming into a target by 25%, or you can use a damage debuff, which decreases total damage output by 7% and removes special damage buffs from specific bosses. There are plenty of powers you can play around with in gadgets for controller role. A popular choice is the personal shield of Distract. Its strength is based off 100% of your dominance, plus 100% of your restoration, plus a base of 10. It makes you flash white, which means your character is immune to control effects for 5 seconds. If you are combat countered by an NPC, cast Distract and you'll be brought right up. The cooldown lasts for 20 seconds. The cooldown amount also makes it a good timer for double taking if you're just getting into this mechanic. Your other options would be to consider another personal shield like Neutralizer, which has its strength based on the same formula as Distract, but the shield lasts for 3 seconds and stuns 3 targets. You can carry a power that will apply a power interaction that can help your teammates, which includes other gadget players. This can help them with their damage out or help other power sets with healing. You might also consider an 8-target stun power, which may be useful in content with an overwhelming amount of NPCs. Your 8-target stuns that are non-supercharged powers and gadgets are Sticky Bomb, Paralyzing Dart, Fear gas if channeling is continued but the effects apply panic. And holographic decoy. Holographic decoy not only stuns a target on the initial cast, but it also taunts enemies. That means it can play tank on enemies in range of its taunt for 16 seconds. The decoy has a 30-second cooldown and transfers 25% of incoming damage from you to the decoy. A tank's taunt is superior to the decoy's taunt. This tool becomes useful in content where your group chooses not to run with a tank or if the tank has been eliminated. If you have any questions or want in-depth info on gadgets or controlling, leave the question in the comments section below or ask in my gadgets controller guide on the DCUO forums.